I'm gonna carry you, dude.
No.
On the last episode of the MUSEROAMER project, we give away a snowboard and a GoPro Hero 8 to the kid who stopped to help me when I broke my leg. I tried everything to heal my broken leg as quickly as possible, including some alternative medicine.
Are you staying safe throughout the quarantine?
Our furnace stops working in single-digit weather, of course. We installed the Froley sleep system under our mattress to help alleviate moisture.
So now we have ample airflow underneath the mattress.
And we get out to a very special campsite to do a little winter camping and snowshoeing. We set off to build the expedition vehicle of my dreams from the ground up with a $30,000 budget. We documented every aspect of the build from the design process to all the hardships along the way. To be honest, this was one of the most challenging projects of my entire life, but the final product exceeded my wildest dreams. Watch as we build an incredible vehicle for Season 3 of the Tiny Home Adventure series. This is the MUSEROAMER project. On our way back from winter camping, I met up with my good friend John Duda to film some snow kiting for Maverick. Snow kiting is just like water kiting, but with a literal third dimension. You can climb mountains and fly off of them. I do not recommend gliding a kite as it can be really dangerous. Being that I was barely able to walk, I'm proud as to how well this footage turned out.
Alright, so we're getting ready to head to the desert. We're stopping at Maverick to grab some supplies and some fuel. Psyched!
Even though Maverick is not currently a direct sponsor of this series, we still work with them in other ways like producing content for their in-store TVs. We like to give them some love for believing in us early on in our journey and being the first major partner of Tiny Home Adventure Season 1. Also, they really are the best gas stations around. Good food, clean bathrooms, rad content. Need I say more?
So my leg's finally starting to feel solid. We've been kind of locked down with the whole COVID-19 thing for a while. Things are starting to loosen up a bit, so we are headed to the desert, to a very obscure place where we don't expect to see anybody else, to try and shoot the stars, and just get out of Park City. We've been parked at our friend Graham's house for the last 2 months, and the new moon's a couple days away, so we're gonna head to a spot called Little Finland and see if we can't get some incredible night photography and have a little mini adventure.
I'm so excited to get out of the driveway and go to the desert. It's supposed to be hot, so I am prepared to sit in the sun and enjoy it and do some hot yoga in the desert. It's going to be great, so we're very excited about it.
Alright.
Woo!
So we drove till about 9:30 last night. I was getting tired. I kind of wanted to drive till 10, but the last time I set a goal, driving through the night while tired, cost me the life of my dog, my best friend Booter. So I decided to pull over and sleep just off the side of the highway here, kind of in the middle of nowhere. So it wasn't too bad. I was a little stressed out last night, but happy to have pulled over, gotten sleep when I needed it, and now we're going to continue on down the road.
The kicker says, "Oh man, I'm so excited to be a dog." Yeah.
About 3 hours ago, we started hearing some blowing behind the center console, and it turns out we have a big exhaust leak up by the turbo. So we're dealing with that, but we're just gonna kind of creep out to the spot. But this spot's super beautiful. We've been on this dirt road for, I don't know, 20 miles now, and there's all kinds of cool random features that I've never seen before.
Right when we got to the most technical part of the drive, our friend Nate caught up with us.
All right, so we made it to camp. It was stressful. It was like an hour and a half down this like really deep washboardy road, and we finally made it. Nate's here. Nate's one of my best friends. He picked me up from the scene of my accident years ago, and we actually passed through that same part of the world on this drive. And yeah, this is our camp.
And Ashley's here too?
You're always here. I don't have to introduce you though.
You should though.
Okay, hi. Check out the rig. We've got it fully stocked. Kind of had to put everything back, but check out the refrigerator. Oh. We're out here for the long haul. Gonna shoot some night photos, some time lapses, all the stuff we can do, and also just kind of get as far off the beaten path as we can to just spend some time enjoying the whole purpose why we built this thing.
Like literally, kosher dills.
I bet you love kosher dills.
After a long travel day, we made some food, sat by the fire, and set in for the night.
So the sun just rose. I'm gonna fly the drone around a little bit and see what this place has to offer for sunrise. My legs feeling pretty good. I can walking up steep hills. I still don't have the calf strength. When I extend my foot that way, I can really feel it. So it's just gonna be slow and steady. We're gonna try and explore this area down here and get some star photos and shoot some time lapses and all that stuff. But I'll be moving slow and trying to really protect the leg. It's ridiculous. You're just like the cutest, most gentlest, most sweetest, most affectionate dog I could have ever asked for. Show everyone your sweet little flower. Sit. It's so cute. I'm so grateful to have had two of the best dogs anybody could have ever asked for. I'm thankful for that. So one of the things I'm appreciative for this morning, one of the things I'm grateful for is Kicker coming into my life. And on the drive down here, we had to pass through the accident site where I lost Booter, and I'm just kind of reflecting on how grateful I am for this little handsome stud muffin who likes to sit on my feet. I mean, does it get any better? We got the Drive RX from WeBoost a few weeks ago. We haven't set it up because we've been in pretty good cell phone service with my broken leg and the whole COVID-19 thing. But we finally got out to the desert. We're in this super remote spot and we don't have any cell service. You know, message failed kind of a thing. So I'm trying to set this thing up.
The WeBoost is actually a pretty easy setup. There's an exterior antenna, a junction box, and an interior antenna with a few cables.
So we got it installed right here, just with these little through bolts. There's a little spring on it for when we go down the road all crazy. Hopefully it doesn't end up doing that, but we'll see. So I'm just getting everything wired up. I have a penetration through the ceiling here that goes into a box and accesses the main cab. So I'm gonna run it through underneath this solar panel when I get to it.
It started to get too hot on the roof, so Ashley and I played some chess to wait out the midday heat before exploring around camp.
Yeah, I think Kicker's got the right call.
So the wind just picked up. I'm pretty sure it's gonna rain, but this spot is so freaking rad and unique. Like, some of the photos we've gotten have been incredible. Woo! Kicker loves it. So we made it back just in time. The storm has started to rain, and we're gonna make some dinner in the roamer. Woo! Dude, we seriously just barely missed a nasty storm.
Yep.
Since the Corona thing, I have needed a haircut for a while, so Nate's gonna cut my hair. Hopefully he makes me look as cool as him, because he looks cool.
This was our first time testing out our outside shower, which was actually really awesome. This is the best haircut I've ever got in the middle of the desert with a cheap pair of personal hair trimmers. And it's the only one. Thanks, Nate. That evening we ventured out and found a really incredible zone to shoot. After an awesome afternoon exploring this wild zone, we headed back to camp and set in for the night. But we set our alarms for 1 a.m.
So it's 1 in the morning. We are headed out to a spot to go shoot the stars.
This reminds me of like the dragon skull from Game of Thrones.
Oh, totally.
And then
Where it would breathe from the nose hole?
yeah. That's so rad.
So we're just trying to make our way out to the spot. It's different at night. It's spooky. Just trying to find out where the hell we're supposed to go. It all looks so similar.
We left Ashley and Kicker at camp, and I was really thankful to have Nate with me because this place is kind of strange and spooky at night.
Can we go this way or that way? This way.
Go that way.
Okay.
You wanna go this way?
Whatever.
Last close to the edge.
Yeah, I haven't been up on this yet. Oh my god. It's just ridiculous. Totally different experience at night. So it is dead silent out here. We're getting some pretty cool shots, but it's one of the quietest nights I've ever experienced. Just listen.
We were so consumed by the pristine silence and stunning sky that we ended up shooting photos until sunrise. I have prints available on my website, and I'll also be doing a video on how to shoot the stars. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if any of this is interesting to you. Thank you so much. The following morning, Nate went home, and we headed to a new campsite to get some work done on the roamer.
So a quick follow-up to the Wii Boost. Ashley's in the middle of making dinner, but we've had a very productive day. We got the Wii Boost working. The first campsite, we were deep in this wash. We had no service. The Wii Boost seemed to help a little bit, but not significantly. This spot here, we get maybe 1 bar of 1X off and on. Can't even make a phone call without the Wii Boost. Let's see when we plug it in. 4 bars. 3 bars LTE, 4 bars if I'm like really close to proximity. And I'm gonna see if I can make that phone call real quick. Immediate connection. That's sweet.
What's up, dude?
Hey man, you made it home?
Yeah.
Cool. You made it home quick.
We miss you.
Yeah, we miss you. So there you have it. Super clear. Where it wouldn't connect before. Just kind of call failed, and then full 3 bars of LTE from 1 bar of not even 1X. I could use my hotspot, pull up emails. We responded to a bunch of emails and all kinds of stuff today, which was great because we needed to get that stuff done, and we also wanted to stay as remote as possible. So yeah, thanks Reboost.
On tonight's segment of cooking in the desert after we've been out here for like 5 days already, we're using up everything that's been in the fridge. So our friend left us a cucumber and we had some ground beef, and I was like, what can I make for dinner? And they came up with Asian burgers. So I'm gonna do the burgers with some jalapeno, garlic, ginger, onion inside of them, and I'm gonna kind of do like also a little sauce with like hoisin sauce and some chili and everything in the burgers, grill those. And since I've made some quick pickled cucumbers for on top, and then I'm gonna do some mushrooms in the kind of the same sauce that the burgers in, but I'm gonna do some mushrooms as well to top it off. And then we have some zoodles and a little bit of broccoli that we need to use up, so I'm going to kind of make that into a side as well. But that's my plan. Throwing everything together. Hopefully it tastes good.
That sounds awesome.
Woo!
I'm pretty excited. Ashley's a phenomenal cook and she's super creative. You know, she can pull a bunch of random ingredients from a refrigerator and create something I would have never ever thought of. So it's super nice. Also, we are in a beautiful part of the desert.
While Ashley made dinner, I got a few shots of our new campsite. The following morning, we took proper outside showers, which we desperately needed, and decided to head back towards Park City. Once we got back on the main road, we quickly realized we had very little power and started to blow black smoke. Apparently, the exhaust leak was a lot worse than we originally thought.
So we were driving down the road on the way down to the desert, noticed that the engine compartment was making some new noise, this like blowing sound, and now we are blowing black smoke out the back. So instead of bringing it back to Park City, we're gonna go stop at a diesel shop and see if we can get it fixed. And we are back at a shop.
Thankfully, we were passing through St. George, and the guys at Christie Diesel were able to get us right in.
So apparently the exhaust boot here is compromised, which is causing some more issues. We're not sure it's totally fixed, but we had a pretty serious exhaust leak coming from one of the boots off the exhaust intake, and the issue was that we weren't getting it still has a little bit of a problem. We might need a new turbo, but at least we should be able to get home. Good morning, everybody. The sun is just rising, and we are taking the rig to the shop. On the way down to Little Finland, we had a pretty massive exhaust leak. Didn't really take care of it until our way back when it got really bad. And I think we ended up blowing out the turbo, which is going to be expensive. Hopefully it's not as expensive as we're forecasting it to be, but yep, just part of the project. It's just kind of non-stop with this thing, it feels. So that's our plan. Wish us luck, and the plan is to hopefully be on the road here full time in the next week, but we'll see how that all goes. I've been saying that for years now. So we just dropped the truck off. Now we're at Point of the Mountain, which is the speed flying area that Kicker and I like to go to. It's like a world-class learning area. It's pretty mellow. I just had my 12-week checkup on my leg, looking good, and the conditions are pretty perfect to speed fly right now. It's a little strong. That's why we're starting from the bottom. I want to work my way up slowly in case it's too strong for me. Also, being strong means I should be able to land a lot softer and take as much force out of this leg as I can. That's really the goal, is not to get hurt. So we're gonna go up just a little further, lay out my wing, and then kind of walk up, and once I feel like I can hopefully ridge soar and just sustain flight, then that's what we'll do. You excited? I think Kicker's very happy to be back. Nice and ready to go. Get out of it. you. I love you. Uh-oh. So that wraps up the MUSEROAMER project build series. We're like 90% done with the rig. We still have some odds and ends to add, but we are ready to hit the road for season 3 of the Tiny Home Adventure.
Be sure to follow along for season 3 as we'll be pushing ourselves even harder and we'll be showing more behind the scenes stuff like how we film, cooking, and just how we make the whole season happen.
So if you want to see some of the wildest adventures, Ashley and I pushing ourselves to our physical and emotional limits, putting our relationship to the test, while bringing Kicker along on all of our wildest adventures, make sure to subscribe, leave a comment. What should we do for season 3 that you would love to see? And yeah, we'll see you on the road.
Woo!
Woohoo! Yeah, Kicker, let's go! Oh, he's biting me. Yeah. Okay, Prince Poops. What's he going? Okay, whatever. He's gonna send it onto your head. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, he's coming.
Alright guys, thanks for the love, and make sure to follow us on Instagram. I'm at Andrew__Muse.
I'm the Unexpected Adventurous.
Kicker Dog Muse. And the Tiny Home Adventure series can be found on YouTube or at Tiny Home Adventure.
Woo!
Alright. Later.